Today I'm sharing a healthy dog cake recipe that's made with applesauce, peanut butter, and pumpkin. This is a recipe that your dog will not only enjoy, it's also going to be beneficial and full of nutrients. So you can use this to celebrate your pup on a special day, like a birthday or an adoption day, or you could just use it as a yummy treat every now and then. To get this healthy dog cake recipe started, I am going to start with 1 cup of flour. I'm using white rice flour. You can use whatever you have on hand. If all you have is all-purpose flour, that will work. You can use whole wheat flour, soy flour, whatever is best for your dog. And I'm gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. These are my dry ingredients, so I'm just gonna mix this around, make sure that it's combined really well. And I'll have my dry ingredients in this bowl, and then I'm gonna start with my wet ingredients in a second bowl. In this bowl, I'm gonna add 1/8 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of peanut butter. I used creamy, but you can also use chunky. I'm sure your dog wouldn't mind. I have 1/2 cup of applesauce. A 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. And 1 egg. I'm gonna mix these wet ingredients together, just like I did the dry ingredients, and then I'll combine the two. Now that my wet ingredients are whisked together, I'm going to add in my flour and baking soda. I'm gonna mix these together until it forms a nice batter. I have a small cake pan here that's been greased already. So I'm gonna add the batter to this, and you're gonna bake this in a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Just like a regular cake for humans, you'll know when it's done when you can stick a toothpick down through it and you don't get any wet batter on the toothpick. I start to check it usually after 25 minutes. The other thing you can do if you wanted to make a double recipe, you could make 2 of these cakes and layer them, which ends up looking really nice. And that's a great idea if you're having like a dog birthday party and you're gonna have lots of dogs at your house. And also, you know, if you're doing something like a party and you want it to look a little bit fancier. So I'm gonna go ahead and bake this. And while it's baking, I'm going to make the frosting. The frosting is just as simple as the cake. I'm taking 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. You want to make sure that it's plain, even the vanilla flavored. You might think it's tasty for your dog, but it's got a lot of added sugar and ingredients that just aren't the best for your dog. So be sure to use plain yogurt. And I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of peanut butter to that. And just mix this together, and that's it. This is your frosting. So once the cake comes out of the oven, it'll be all set to go. This is my little dog cake. You can see that it's pretty thin. As I mentioned, you can make 2 and layer them if you want to. I'm just using this as a treat for my dogs. It's nobody's birthday right now, so I'm gonna leave it as is. But I've also mixed up my frosting. It is a little stiff, as you can tell, because of the peanut butter. So I like to put it on while the cake is still warm, and then that helps it just to spread a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and frost my cake. Once you're done frosting, you can decorate with some dog treats on top as a garnish, or you can use some fresh berries. Shredded fruits and vegetables work really well to jazz it up a little bit if you're looking to do that. But even if you just leave it as is, or if you're trying to cut out some extra calories, you can leave just the cake without the frosting even. But here is my dog cake all set. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Thanks for watching this video recipe.